Okay, we're ready, let's start. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach, aka Crochetmezaddy, and I am a crochet artist, plushie, amigurumi designer, yarn mogul, and many more things about being a crochet person here on the internet. Welcome back to the vlog. I haven't done one of these in so long. If you're new here, welcome along. We're gonna get into it very shortly, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for sticking it out and coming back to see little old me. The past few weeks, absolutely wild. We released my own yarn business called Zaddycrafts, including my own yarn line, a really good chenille yarn. So I've got a whole vlog on that we released. We also did the Yarny Awards. In my personal life, my partner also launched his business, and there's many more side projects and things that I just straight up can't remember right now, but it's been a hectic time, and I am very excited to be back in my chair, back at my desk, back with all my yarn, and having a bit more free time to actually crochet and work on projects. The way that this vlog is gonna work is we're gonna do a quick time jump back to the second restock of Zaddycrafts, just because I tried to start vlogging around that restock and I just didn't. I don't know, I think I was just so like, I don't want to use the term burnt out because I wasn't burnt out. I think I was just tired. I think like over the past few weeks, it has been so exhausting getting everything set up, doing websites, yarn manufacturing, advertising, business launches. I actually released the pattern in the middle of that, my little fox buddy and the little wolf buddy. I don't know why I did that. That was a hectic addition to everything else that was going on, but we did it anyway. The way I was feeling over the past 3-4 weeks is I've never not slept so much in my life. I've never had so many like concerns, considerations, everything like that whirling around my head, and I'm just so glad that we're on the other end of that. Like, it is a very exciting time, don't get me wrong, but there is so much to think about that goes into business launches and trying to continue on with the rest of everything that I do here online. So I'm very grateful for everyone sticking it out or sending words of positivity and kindness and support online over my Instagram and everything like that. It doesn't go amiss. Appreciate it all. But anyway, as I was saying, it's very exciting to get back into this chair and just get straight back into another vlog. I'm gonna do a quick time jump. We are going to go back to just the time right after the restock, and then we'll get back to here and do some fun crochet projects together. In regards to what we're gonna jump back to, just so you know what's coming up in the vlog, I have some little Christmas crochet projects that I'm gonna reveal to you a little bit later. I'm also working on this little Vaporeon buddy. So this is one of the Patreon patterns that I was supposed to release a little while ago, but I got a little bit busy. So I'm going to be just finishing this up today, but for you guys it'll look like a couple of days later because it's coming back from the time jump. So I'm gonna be working on that one very shortly. It's so cute. I'm so happy with it. This is the first Pokemon buddy that I've actually made with Zaddycrafts yarns, and I'm obsessed with it. I think it's gonna look so cute once it's all sewn up. I also have my next Patreon pattern, my actual monthly Patreon patterns that they get every month that I need to design and work on, which is going to be a little snake buddy. The reason behind doing a little snake is because it's the snake of the year next year, and I want to do like a temperature snake. I know a lot of people do temperature blankets and things, and I just want to lead like a little community temperature snake thing for the amigurumi community, because that's the year to do it. Year of the snake, and it's the start of the year, so I want to do that. So those are the main 3 things that I'm going to talk about, like amigurumi plushie wise, is Pokemon, great, Christmas crochet, and a snake pattern. But yes, as I was saying, let's jump back to right after the restock and let's get to packing orders, and then we'll come back here soon. Yeah. Bye. Hello. Welcome back to the warehouse. We're just in here after this morning's restock, and we are just resetting everything up. We decided that before we're going to pack any orders that we would just like rearrange the entire warehouse. We have got 3 new shelves to set up, and we're trying to make it more efficient for picking. So Tyne, who is our master organizer of everything organized, which I am not.
Efficiency expert. Insert bubbles here. Title.
Our efficiency expert has come up with a good way of picking orders, and so we're just rearranging the warehouse to make it more efficient and aligned with that vision. Thanks, Tyne.
I'll bill you.
So as you remember before, we had like 3-4 shelves here, but now we've just put like all our restockables down the bottom here. We're gonna have this lined up as like a picking shelf, and then like a secondary picking shelf for when that one runs out. And then we've got some more boxes on top.
Down the back there, we've set up a new shelf, and we're just halfway through building another shelf down here, which we're going to actually build another 2-tiered one like this, just on the other side. And then it's going to be like a full array of yarn colors and picking choices and things like that, and it's all very, very exciting. Hello. So as you can see, we have just like shifted around the entire warehouse. We haven't got to packing orders just yet, just because we decided it's better to focus on getting the efficiency from our efficiency expert, time. And then once we've got everything sorted out, we can just go through pack orders and things like that. My friend Josh is coming tomorrow to help pack orders, so should be good, but let me show you what we've done. If you just ignore the giant pile of trash outside, but if you walk in, we've now got our packing bench down here, and then we have got all our colors all around the place, ready to go. What we're going to do next is we're actually going to make some makeshift picking bins out of the cardboard boxes there. I'm gonna use some plastic to line it because I don't trust having like the yarns straight out on the cardboard, so we're gonna line it with some plastic. And then we're going to make some picking bins, some refill areas, and then just make it the most efficient little yarn packing place ever. And this is our little packing place. And then I think we need to get like a trolley or a big basket or a big bag or something, just so when like an order is finished packing, we can just put it straight in there. So for the next little while, Tyne's going to be cutting up all the little boxes and things, and I'm going to sort out our printers and make sure they're actually printing here, because it's my first time printing away from home. And then we also got this little scanner here. And we just want to check that it's all working properly, and we can just have a nice flow of picking and packing orders. Your orders. Thanks everyone for ordering this morning. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go do that. Do we see the vision? Yeah, yeah. Diva boots, diva boots. And I need diva boots. They're doing a little kick and a dance. Here we are, end of not actually packing orders today, but preparing the warehouse, and it looks really, really good.
Really, really cool.
Woo!
So really, really good yarn.
Really, really good chenille yarn. Anyway, let's reveal. Woo!
Whoa. Look how neat
Da da da! Isn't that beautiful? Wee! Wee! But yes, all looking lovely. So we got our new picking bins, all made by Tyne. Thank you, Tyne. Beautiful colors. So I've got all our restocking capability up here, our picking bins, more available stock just down the bottom. Yay! And we're all ready to go. Woo! Okay, we're gonna go head home now and actually come back tomorrow and actually pack orders. We've had a few printer issues again where my printer wasn't connecting to my generator, which is so annoying. So we're gonna go print out all the orders at home and then bring them in tomorrow. And we don't have to do any other kind of stacking or anything because it's all ready to go.
Well, we'll just have to unpack the plastic and make sure that everything is on the shelves, ready for picking and packing.
Hello everyone, it is day 2 of packing orders, aka we haven't even started packing orders yet because there was a few printer issues this morning, and it's taken me about 3 hours to sort it all out. We ran out of toner, our printer wasn't working with the generator here. When it all printed out, that was also all out of order, so I just spent the past like hour working with Josh here in the background, trying to sort them all into order. So all the packing lists, all the orders, now in order, and now we can start packing, and Josh is in the back just preparing all our picking bins so we can just like easily grab out and make sure that they're like in like a plastic lining because we don't want the yarn to get dirty. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's start packing orders. Woo! Exciting! Just keeping everyone updated. Order number 1 done. Going out to Lauren over in Queensland. Hi Lauren. Hi. Say hi, Josh.
Hi, Lauren. Enjoy your yarn.
Perfect, thanks, Josh. Also, just before I go back to packing orders, we got this nifty little scanner here, which I don't want to shine at the camera, but it helps us like double check the orders, so we avoid like any human error or anything like that in packing the orders and make sure everyone gets the right order out to them, which is good. Not that we have any human errors ever, because we're perfect. Hello everyone, we've made it to probably like the halfway point now, I think. I'm not too sure, we're just doing all the domestic orders first and we've made a good chunk of them. I'll show you right now. So we've got them all down here. We've had to move 2 boxes out of the way to make room for all these orders. We've also got some of the smaller orders up there. But yeah, we're just hacking away. Hi Josh. Yeah, slowly getting there. Hopefully we can get through all the Australia orders tonight or today. It is 2:30 right now, so I'm gonna keep going for a while. And then, yeah, get them all out. Exciting, fun. It's actually kind of fun. It's a cute time packing orders, seeing what everyone's getting, all the different color combinations, everything like that, and dreaming up new ideas of new colors and what I could make with this yarn as well while packing it. Getting inspired by my own order packing. Anyway, let's get back to it. Woo! Hello and welcome back to present day. All the orders have now been sent out, so by this point in time I think everyone is receiving the yarns, which is always really nice to see online. Everyone doing their unboxings and then showing me what they're making with the yarns. It's just, I feel very impactful doing this whole project, and I'm just really enjoying all the reviews everyone has had for the yarn. Some people have been saying it's the best yarn they've ever used. Some people are now saying it's their go-to yarn. It's just, it's very cool. I think for someone who spent so long, me being someone, who spent so long designing a yarn and manufacturing and things, getting the right colors and whatnot, it is very validating to hear these kinds of comments. Mainly because like, I spent so long designing this yarn and then once you put it out to the world, you don't know how it's gonna be received. Like for me, it's the best yarn ever. But I don't really know what all the other yarns are like in the US. Like I've tried some, tested some here and there. I think this has been better than those, but then again, I also haven't tried every single yarn out there, so you never know what it's gonna be like. But once the people in the US have been receiving it and then saying it's the best yarn they've ever used, I feel very good about that because, yeah, I don't know. I just feel good about that. It's a good thing to hear, you know? So that's been very rewarding. And so now we can get into crochet again, which is very exciting. Beginning with some Christmas crochet. So this week I had a video due in collaboration with Clover's USA, the hooks that I always use. They wanted me to do a video which was very like Christmas themed, and I just had like nothing that I could quickly like whip up. Originally I wanted to do like an itty bitty Christmas bundle, kind of like how I did my Halloween bundle, but I just haven't had the time to design anything. So I was like, oh. Fortunately, Millie from Red Mills Crochet shared with me like, this little jester frog pattern by Alpaca.patterns, and I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. And so then I started following this creator, and that creator also released a bunch of Christmas frog patterns, and I was like, ah, amazing. So I remembered that and I was like, I want to make a fun little Christmas frog series or something like that, because looking at the pattern, it looked like that each frog would only take about an hour, and that's pretty much how long they took. And so I filmed myself creating a few of those, and here's the finished result. Isn't that cute? You can tell how it's been influenced by like the original jester pattern. Like there used to be like just the little like frill, and then there was like a line down the middle and like the 2 different colors, but they've adapted it to become like a little Santa frog, which is so adorable. I'm so obsessed with this, and I'm so glad that I finally have like a little Christmas addition to my room, apart from my own Christmas tree pattern, which I could have done for the video as well, but I don't know, I just
didn't want to make a Christmas tree. I wanted to make a Christmas frog. And then I just said I didn't want to make a Christmas tree, but I would make a Christmas tree frog. So here we are, we have these two little cuties here, and I just love them. Look how cute this one is. It's so adorable. I'm obsessed with these patterns. So yeah, these patterns were by Alpaca.patterns. This is all made with my yarn. This is made with a really good chenille yarn, and the colors vibrant, clever, simple. We've got mischief, playful on the belt there. And then we've got some witty, some spirited, a little bit of sweet pink in there. And yes, as I just mentioned, playful, the yellow. So very, very excited that I get to use my patterns in all these videos and for my patterns from here on in. And yeah, just, I don't know, they're cute and I love it. I'll have the link below for people who want to make these little frogs as well. You should check out all their patterns. I'm expecting this person, this creator, to pop off over the next year, so keep an eye out on them. And as you know, I did just do the Yarny Awards, and I've been keeping an eye out for all these popular patterns to come, and I think I am now a good person to ask about what's going to be popular or not in the next year. Anyway, so yes, we just did those cute little Christmas patterns. I don't know if I'm gonna make anything more Christmassy. I do have some Christmas gifts that I do need to make over the next couple of weeks. I was thinking about making some snugglers from Mama Made Minis, but we'll keep thinking on that and get back into them later on. What's actually next on my agenda is making or finishing off the little Pokemon buddies. This is my little Vaporeon buddy. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the name like that just because of copyright reasons, but I'm so obsessed with it. Look at his little tail, little head cap, the fins. It's just adorable. So essentially what I've been doing for my Patreon, for those who may have missed out, I have been making some of my buddy patterns, so my usual ones like the fox and the wolf in the back there, and then I've been Pokemonifying them. So essentially getting Pokemon and their designs and then turning them into these bipedal humanoid versions of themselves, hence the little Vaporeon. I have made like a lot of the evolutions from Pokemon all in this kind of form, but I am wanting to go back through them all and do them in my yarns and also probably get them tested, because originally I was just like uploading the drafts for people on my Patreon to enjoy as they will, but I think it would be nice if I actually got them properly tested and then put them back up for my Patreon members to enjoy as well, because I think that's just a nice thing. So that's like a little side project that I'm gonna be working on over the next couple of months. And right now I'm just very, very inspired to get into it. So I thought we could work on that. All I need to do now is take pictures, like progress pictures, and get it all sewn together. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that, and then I do have to head off soon and go join my friends for a little coffee catch up. So while I'm there, I can actually write the pattern up on my computer and hang out with some friends. So let's get into that. So what I managed to get done was rip apart the little Vaporeon body and just get all the individual photo pieces for the pattern, but it's time that I go head out to catch up with my friends for our little work coffee dates that we do pretty much once a week. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll see you soon. You need to wipe your lips.
Did I have coffee on there?
Yeah.
Are there a few people in?
Hi, Deepa.
We got our coffees and we're here working.
ASMR. It's a mukbang.
Hello, we're back from the coffee catch up. I ended up going back to the warehouse afterwards to go pack a few orders and get the yarn sent out. Then I had a cute lunch, and now we're back here. We're just gonna be taking some assembly photos. During the little coffee catch up, I got the entire pattern written up. So it's all pretty much ready to go. Just needs those photos taken and put into the pattern. And then I'll be asking for a little pattern test out to the wider world. But I also put the draft up on my Patreon for anyone who's interested to go do the draft of it. Like, there may be a few mistakes, but that's what happens when you have an untested pattern. And then once it's all ready to go, I'll get it released over my Patreon more properly, but I'll just give them access anyway because I can. Anyway, let's go do that. Da 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 da! Look how good it turned out! Ah! I'm so happy with this.
sometimes when you're making a pattern or a plushie, sometimes you're a bit unsure about where it's going and you just really have to trust the process. And I'm so glad I did, because this is one of those plushies that you make and you're just like, this feels perfect. Like, I just don't know how I would improve on this. Like, this is the first time I used my yarns with one of my Pokemon buddies. I also upped the size of the eyes and I think it just looks a little bit cuter. I also changed the nose to be a dark gray rather than the black I was using. And it's just great. I love it. I love it. So I have taken all the photos that I need for the assembly part now. I just need to put the last few photos in the pattern and then I'll get that draft out to my Patreon and then also put it up for a tester call. So very, very exciting. I'm excited to get this one tested and yeah, have a finalized version of it, so yay. So I'm gonna run away and go do that now, and then we can come back and work on the next Patreon pattern, which is the little snake buddy, which I have a really cool way that I wanna approach this pattern, and I'll talk to you all about it very, very shortly. So let's do that, and then we'll come back here. Woo! Hello! We're sitting in the dark now because it is so hot here in Australia. The sun has just like hit my windows. I've put down the curtains, so we're just staying safe in the shade and trying to avoid my room becoming an oven, which it normally does around this time in the afternoon. I just put a little Vaporeon buddy up for testing, so we're just gonna be waiting over the weekend for some people to apply, and then I'll do a proper test with little Vaporeon buddy, which is very exciting. The next thing I wanted to work on was my Patreon pattern of the month, which is the little snake buddy. The reason why I want to do the little snake buddy is because next year is the year of the snake, and I was like, well, why don't we start off the year strong and have a snake pattern out there? But also next year I wanted to start off a little community project called the temperature snake. I say it's a community project, it's more this, I just want people to join in with me in doing a temperature snake, which is kind of like a temperature blanket, you know, like where you record the temperature every day and whatever number it is, it means you do a certain color on like the line of the blanket. We're gonna do exactly that, but we're just gonna do it on a snake. So I wanted to make a neat snake pattern that I could do that with. So I've started designing it now. I made a first draft of the head and look, it's cute. I think I just decided this nose is like a little bit too pointed and I think I'd rather have more of like a wider nose, which means I start off with the chain and then I increase around like that. So like this is more of a circle nose. I want like an oval, wider one. You get what I mean. I made this last night and I've just been playing around with it. With making a snake pattern, I didn't want it just to be like a plain green snake with a long tail because that's quite simple, right? I think a lot of people could just figure out how to do that if they wanted to. What I wanted to do was make sure my snake pattern has a cute head and then kind of has like a new feature that makes it stand apart and would look quite cool. And I remember seeing a while ago people doing this kind of mosaic stitch onto a few of their patterns to create like scales and things. So I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do something like that. And I found one that I could implement into the pattern to create like a nice cool stitch texture for the whole tail and things. So I think I'm gonna include that in the pattern. I did start playing around with it yesterday and there was a few variations that I tried out. I have pictures of them. I already undid it and this is why I just have a snake head. But let me just show you what they are. I'm just gonna bring them up on my phone very quickly. This was my first attempt. So there's actually two halves to this. There's kind of like the front half, which is like at the base of the neck, and the drop stitches that I used here, they look insane. They were really, really thick and made just this like really bumpy texture and I was like, ooh, this is gross. And then the second half of it, I kind of made it like a little bit smaller, but I think with like the colors all next to each other, it just looked a bit crazy. Like it wasn't bad, it just, I don't know. You can kind of see like a cool stitch pattern coming out of it. You can see where I'm heading to. It was just a bit weird. So I went back to it a little bit later on and I changed up the colors because I wanted to try like maybe more of a pastel color, maybe that would change it. And as you can see at the start there, it looks pretty neat. I do quite like it, but in my head, the bumpy texture was just kind of throwing me off. Like you can see it's quite cool with all the different colors all right next to each other and the bumps will change up in like a nice pattern. It was just a bit too condensed. In the middle of this little neck here, you can see that like the colors do look quite neat and I think I do want to keep this as like a variable option in the pattern. This little part here, there's the green, the pink, and the blue. I do quite like how that looks and like with color changes and things, it does look quite neat because that's one thing I do want to avoid is rather than just having like a straight up color change at the end of every round that changes to a new color, I wanted to make sure that it like blended all together in a fun way. Because if I did just do that straight up color change, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have this like jagged line that's slowly gonna spiral around the snake as it gets longer and longer, which it might look cool to some people, but to me, I just
I just didn't want that. So I was thinking of that, and then on this very edge part, it's kind of hard to see. There's another way that I can incorporate this mosaic stitch and make it look quite cool as like a scale on top of the body of the snake. And I think this is the one that I want to implement as the main part of the actual snake pattern. So with the way that I'm doing this now is I'm gonna do a new head, and then I'm gonna keep the base body color, but then there's gonna be like a row of the base body color and then a row of this kind of drop stitch texture. So if you imagine just at the end here, you can see this like lime green or mint green, and then the light blue. Imagine if that was all just like the body color, and then you had the other colors on top of it doing that drop stitch effect, which will create like a really cool scale effect. It's very hard to explain right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna design the new head, and then I'm just gonna get straight into that style of design, and we're just gonna see what it looks like.
How do you use a donut? I'll pull from the outside. This morning I slept in, not super late, but like 11 o'clock, you know? But also, maybe it's just the fact that this is 1x1 ribbing.
Hello, so I've changed up the head now, and as you can see, this looks so much better. This is the old head here, like... I don't know why I thought this was good. Like, it's not bad, it's just... Like, what I did with this one is like I widened out the snout and then I shrunk the head ever so slightly. So it's just smaller, wider. It just feels more snake-like. So I'm very, very happy with that. Also, it was a lot quicker to make, like, and I think that's just a bit nice. I think this would have been a fun looking little snake kind of thing, but this is just better. So we're gonna continue on with this head. Very, very happy with that. I've now got to the point where I can switch up into like the little mosaic styles that I've been plotting out and trying to get right. Do a few rows and show you. I do have to run away to a concert sometime soon, so hopefully I get like a little bit of it done now before I have to run away and get ready. Otherwise, I will show you at some point in time. It's Friday night. I gotta go enjoy my Friday night, you know? Da-da-da-da! Look how cool this looks. So this is what I was intending to get as like a scaly kind of composition on my snake pattern. Of course, just at the moment, I've just got the red on top of the green. I would like to try swap around different colors and things just as it goes. But I think as a good starter test, I think this looks cool. Like that is the kind of design I wanted, and that's the way I wanted to make my snake pattern stand out. So I'm gonna have a little play around. Maybe I might try to go for like a little rainbow effect, like go red, orange, yellow. I should know the rainbow, I'm gay. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And I can do that because I've got all the colors here from my yarn, and it should look quite cool in this. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, actually, no, I'm talking that into existence. We're gonna continue on. We're gonna do maybe like 5 rows of red, 5 rows of orange, 5 rows of yellow. Like, I say rows as in green and then red, and then green and then orange. You get what I mean. I don't know what I'm blabbering on. Anyway, it looks cool. I'm very, very excited, and I'm gonna work a little bit more on that over the weekend whenever I next make it back to my crochet studio, because I gotta go party now. I live up large on the weekend. Woo! Yeah. So I'll see you soon. Bye. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day, and I am a little dusty after my night out last night. Went out and watched a DJ. Watched a DJ? It was like a DJ concert. Do DJs have concerts? We went and saw a DJ and had a big rave. Anyway, so I'm a little tired and a little bit slow this morning, so we're just gonna do our best today. Yesterday we put the tester call out for the little Vaporeon buddy, and a lot of people have been responding really well to it, like a lot of support, a lot of kind words, and a lot of people who are super keen to test for me. So that's very, very exciting. I'm enjoying that. And I also worked on my little snake buddy this morning, just while I have been very, very, very slowly waking up. So it's looking good. I've started going for this little rainbow finish. So we're gonna go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then purple, and then kind of round off the snake. But this like mosaic design, it's looking so cool. I'm gonna be heading off to my boyfriend's very soon, and I'm gonna pack enough yarns to start another snake, as well as a few other projects. I'm thinking about making the little Jolteon buddy and just getting that updated as well while I'm on this buzz of getting back into crochet projects. But yeah, I wanna finish the snake, maybe make another snake, maybe work on Jolteon. I have a gift that I need to make for a friend, which is for his birthday, but that was like during the really busy period of the past month. So I just want to kind of get that finished, and then I'll give it to him on Monday as well. So I've got a few things to work on. Me and my partner, we just don't want to do anything this weekend. So we're just going to chill in front of the TV and just like
relax, draw the curtains, pull down the blinds, turn the lights off, and just kind of sit there and watch TV. And it sounds like it's gonna be so lovely. I cannot wait. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll bring my camera with me as well and maybe catch a few updates while we're doing that. Ooh. 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 Hello everyone, it is now Monday morning. I'm sitting here in the shade because today is going to be a very, very hot day here in Melbourne, Australia. Apparently it's going to get to 41 degrees Celsius, which is just wild. It's already 29 outside, which is, it's only like 9 a.m., 9, 10 a.m. Too much, far too much. So I've just put the blinds down. I want to keep them down, and I put the air conditioner on, so I'm going to remain nice and cool inside. What I got up to over the weekend was I went out to a concert on the Friday night, and then I spent the next 2 days surviving a 2-day hangover because now I'm in my 30s and they hit harder and I just want to chill out and relax and crochet. So what I did was I made this little guy here. This is Noodle the Snake. Woo! This is the little snake buddy pattern. This is going to be my December pattern for my Patreon. I think if I didn't do all the stripes and I just kept it as like one color, like maybe this light green here, that would look so effective as just the greens, but I wanted to make it rainbow, so here we are now. And I'm really happy with the length as well. Like, I thought this plushie was just gonna be like this and just like leave it at that, but this has actually become one of the most like fidget toy things I've ever played with. Like, me and my partner constantly just like whipping the snail buddy around. Like, these are kind of fun, I kind of like it. I wasn't expecting that, but here we are. Just in regards to other snake skin motifs that I'm going with, another one that I've been working on is this fun little striped effect. So once again, I'm reusing the drop stitch technique, and I've made this kind of cute little jagged effect along the line, so it kind of all blends into each other. What that does is it avoids any jagged color change lines, unless I wanted to do some kind of super specific color change technique, but I'm lazy, so I won't do that. So what I've done is I've created this little jagged effect, and I think it looks super cool, and I think it just creates a nice like snaky skin effect too. So that's design number 2. I also figured out this fun little like almost like a chain link motif on this little orange and black snake, and I think that looks really cool. So what would happen is this like chain link would just go all the way along. It's kind of interesting to have like a straight line looking motif on a amigurumi piece because everything's worked in spiral, so everything tends to twist like a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with how this is kind of turning out. I'm gonna keep playing with that. I think this is really cool. So that's gonna be the 3rd one. And then I thought about the 4th potentially being like literally just a straight line, or if I can figure out like a swirl of sorts, I think that would be cool. But at this stage, I'm pretty happy with how it all looks, so we're gonna keep working on that. I've also got to pick my testers for a little Vaporeon buddy this morning. So many applications come through for that. Thank you, everyone. And also on the weekend, I don't have it near me. Oh no, I do. I started working on the next Pokemon buddy, which is the little Jolteon buddy, which I do have a draft already up and available for my Patreon, but I'm just redoing it in Zaddycrafts yarn, just because I want to like update all my patterns into that yarn anyway. So yeah, so I've got this little Jolteon head made in the colorway Playful. If I have some time today, I'm gonna put that all together and get that out for pattern testing too. Yay, very, very productive weekend. I mean, I don't condone getting really hungover and sitting in the dark for 2 days, but it's productive. I don't know if all of you feel this way. Like when you get sick or something as a crocheter, you're like, oh no, I'm sick. And then you get really excited because it means you get to sit in bed and just work on things the whole time and watch TV. Maybe I just feel that way, I don't know. Anyway, what I also have to do today is we're doing a Friendsmas, like a little Friends Christmas. So I need to wrap some presents, I need to cook my meal for the potluck dinner, and then I also need to go pick up my brother from the airport. So it's getting into that crunch time for Christmas as well. So I'm gonna do my best to finish the snakes over the next 2 days, as well as the little Jolteon buddy. And then for next week's vlog, I can kick off into making some Christmas presents. So very, very exciting. Let's go cook a meal. Fast forwarding done, and da-da-da-da, cute little pasta salad. I'm gonna take that to my Friendsmas for my friends to eat. Yeah. It took a little bit longer than I thought it would, so we're a little bit behind schedule. I do have to run away and go pick up my brother from the airport very soon, but I do have a little bit of time. So I've got about half an hour left before I have to run away, so I'm just gonna try to get the pattern photos for the little Jolteon buddy all taken, so I can put that all together tomorrow and get that one out for testing very, very soon as well, because we are hustling. Okay, so let's go do that. Let's just put it all together and I'll see you soon. Okay, so we're just gonna finish up the photos there because I am running out of time. I'm gonna do the assembly photos probably tomorrow morning, but I need to go pick up my brother from the airport. I can't just leave him waiting while I put together a little crochet plushie. I mean, I could, but I shouldn't. Hello and welcome along to the next morning. I had a very, very busy day today. I was running around getting my brother from the airport, driving him all the way to my sister's house, and then getting back and celebrating a friend's Christmas with all my friends, and it was a very, very cute time. Not really too much to update from there because I didn't get any footage there because I forgot to bring my camera. But one thing I did get was my Secret Santa gift, which is this cute board game. It is called Wingspan. I don't know if anyone here has ever played it before or is like a huge board games fan, but this is like the most wholesome game. It got so many awards and things for being like so beautiful with its artwork and just being a very, very wholesome game in general. And I am so excited and very, very grateful for my friends for getting me this board game in particular. So can't wait to play that one, but I just thought I would share that too. And also one friend got us all Pokemon cards, Will, who always appears in these vlogs as well. Thank you, Will. I personally love Pokemon cards. I love Pokemon and everything like that. Shout out to Will for doing that and bringing on that little bit of joy at the Christmas event. Anyway, back to crochet. As I was saying, I didn't get much done, but I have had some time this morning to work on a few things. One thing in particular is this little cutie. So I got the little Jolteon buddy done now. I finished up sewing it all together, getting all the pictures done, and I've got the pattern ready to go out for testing. I feel like I am on such a roll with getting things like done and ready for testing and things. It might just be because it's been such like a busy past few months for me with Zaddycrafts and the Yarny Awards and everything, but I feel like I am on such a roll with getting tests out and things like that. Like Vaporeon Buddy already out for testing, doing so great already, and now Jolteon Buddy is about to go out there, and then I'm gonna get the Snake Buddy out very, very, very soon. I just posted to my Patreon the 3 pattern designs that I've got currently for the little Snake Buddy, so I'm waiting to see what they all think about them. I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but I really, really want to try and make a swirl design as well, but so far, very, very happy with what I've got now. I do also have to run away very shortly to go back out to my sister's, go do family things as we all are around this time. So I'm gonna run away and do that, but I will be bringing along these 2 snake buddies to keep working on the designs there on the train because it's like an hour train to get out there. So it's a good time to crochet. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll be back soon.
I think if I just do a circle.
Hello, it is the next morning again. It seems that like the past few days I've just been able to do like a little bit of crochet and then I have to run off and go do anything else but crochet during the days. But anyway, I had a nice day at my sister's house catching up with my brother and family, everything like that. And now we're back to crochet. While I was heading out on the train, I did get a little bit done of the snake pattern. This is looking so sick. This looks so cool. I just have a little bit more to go to get it to the right length. I'm thinking that like what this, oh my god. I'm thinking the original snake is the right length that I want to achieve with all the different snakes. So what I'm going to do is just try keep working on this pattern until I get to that length and then make the tail, as well as the other striped design that I've got. Because I am time conscious, I do want to get 1/4 design in there, and I really want to do like a swirling design. I have it in mind of how I want to approach this and I just need to get it started. So I was thinking today, rather than like just finishing off the snakes, if I got up to about like maybe about that far on the 4th design, then I'll be happy with that and I can probably get pictures of it done and take like pictures for pattern testing, because like to be honest, the rest of the snake is just like they're repeating the pattern until you get to the tail. So I can kind of like cheat a little bit and just like assume that there onwards until the tail can be fine, and get it out for testing while I finish the snakes off, because yeah, time conscious and I just want to get it done before the new year because I want to do these as a temperature snake for 2025. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the 4th snake now. What I was thinking would be using the Zaddycrafts colors, the purple and the yellow, and doing like a yellow snake with like a purple swirl going around it, just because I think these colors together just look super, super neat. And yeah.
Oh, this looks good. Watch this. I'm Oliver. Go, attack. Go, attack. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll insert a clip of me giving it to my brother.
And also I got that crazy tattoo. And then I got back for just a little bit. And then I went to Florida again. And then I came back. And then I had my best friend's wedding, which was crazy. It was our first big wedding.
Hello, it's a little bit later in the day now. I've now shut my shades to protect myself from this Australian heat. I got a little bit carried away today. I didn't really get on task as I wanted to. I ended up getting into a phone call with Jada from Mrs. Moonhaven and our friend Aiden from Aiden Wells Crochet. And we just chit-chatted and crocheted together as we do as friends online. And I just worked on the snakes in the background. I did get my 4th and final design finished in a way. Like the design's finished, the actual snake is not finished. So it is ready for taking photos and getting put into the pattern and then hopefully out for testing in the next couple of days. But without further ado, let me show you how it looks. Woo! Woo! Yeah, look at that. That just looks phenomenal. I am so happy with how that turned out. I could not be happier. I am going to be taking some photos a little bit later, hopefully today, potentially tomorrow morning, and then we can hopefully also finish the snakes off tonight and then get that all out for testing tomorrow. But I'm gonna go for a run with a friend first and then go check out some Christmas lights because we can. So I'm gonna go do that.
Where are we? Are you gonna murder us? Okay, let's try and get out of this road.
Girl.
Tell my mom I love her.
This road's so flat.
We're gonna die. I don't even have a hand on a grip on
Where are we going?
Let me pull to the side first, guys.
To the Christmas lights! Yay! We found the right boulevard?
No, wait, this is the end, like, it's okay, we're meant to be down here.
Oh.
We're meant to be down there, okay.
Oops.
Let's plug it in.
Okay, let's go team.
Let's meet the...
What team? Wildcat.
Make sure you don't...
Hi vlog. We're going to see Christmas lights and here's Will. Yay!
But I love getting home.
You got my yes, I'm recording.
Hello, it is the next day. Last night was a lot of fun. We just went up to the suburban area, looked at Christmas tree lights, had a very, very cute time, and then we came home and, I don't know, we played games and I hung around and crocheted a little. Nothing too eventful, but it was a very, very cute time and very, very much needed. I did get some things done. Why say I got some things done? I put the Jolteon buddy out for testing this morning, and someone has already come back and already finished the pattern test, which is absolutely wild. Like, for me, this plushie takes me about like 3 hours to make, if that, and they've probably finished it in about an hour and a half. So, what? That was absolutely wild. So I was like, oh, okay. Wow, okay, that is the fastest I've ever seen anyone do any of my pattern tests. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, the pattern's out for testing, so that is underway and it should be released towards the end of this month, so that's very exciting. I have also written up the base of the pattern of the little snake buddy. Something that I've learned from doing this little snake buddy pattern is that it's not like a traditional amigurumi pattern because it includes that mosaic style. And because I'm working in like a continuous spiral, if I was to even do something that was like 1 row, you do this stitch pattern, 2, you do this stitch pattern, and then you repeat it over and over again, it doesn't quite work the same as it would if you're doing like a flat piece. Because you're working in the spiral, the stitches are actually kind of like twisting around, and I've noticed it in particular with this one here. When you get to a certain point, like once you've done like 5 or 6 rows, the drop stitch, which is the one that does this color, is actually like shifting around. So where the start of the in-between of a drop stitch round and a normal round, so it sounds really confusing, but I'm hoping you're following along. The starting point actually like shifts around. So it doesn't quite add up. So when you get to a certain point, it's actually like shifted around that the drop stitch is now ending at the start of the next row where it would be in the pattern if I just said please repeat over and over again. So it doesn't like necessarily repeat in that sense. It sounds complex and it's not actually that complex. It's like a math equation, you know, in school where they're like, yeah, try and learn all these math equations, and you're like trying to figure out why they did it that way, and you don't really have to figure it out. You just need to follow the instructions and you'll solve the problem, right? That's the same with this. The way I'm writing this pattern is it's not necessarily like repeat step 1 and step 2. It is you start off with step 1 and step 2, and then you kind of follow them along and along until you reach to a designated amount. Because it's following a mosaic pattern, it doesn't traditionally follow a spiral pattern. It'll make sense if you all get the pattern. So I've got it kind of written up on my Canva now, and I'm just trying to get it all explained. I still need to get some photos done as well, but I just want to get it up and out for testing, hopefully tonight or potentially tomorrow morning, just because I want to get it done before the end of the new year so we can do a temperature snake with it as a community. The thing with the photos is it's so hard to take a picture of a snake. Trying to hold this plushie and make it look like a snake and like have its head pointed forward and like all these things, but in front of like a different background is just, it's a nightmare. I started looking at other snake designs and like, or other snake patterns, and they kind of like wrap it around their arm and have it like that. And they're like, look at this snake pattern. But like, I have nothing to hold it onto my arm. It just flings back out. And so I'm trying to like clip it into my pinky, and I'm like, well, now I need to get a picture of the snake, but then you can't see it. So I like twist its head around, and then I'm like, wait, maybe this way. And it's like that, I guess it's okay. I don't know. It's just a challenge I'm trying to work out. So I'll figure out how to get these photos done. I'll figure out how to write up these mosaic pattern repeats that are kind of complex, but not really complex. And then I'll get it all uploaded and call out for testers. But I think I'm actually gonna wrap up the vlog here, and we'll start the next vlog with like the pattern being put out for testing. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone joining in, hanging out with me on this vlog, coming along for the journey of getting back into vlogging, getting into the swing of doing lots of crochet projects and things. I think it's time I go for a walk. I'm gonna head on down and pack some orders of some Zaddycrafts yarn, and then I'll be back to finish off that snake pattern. I want to say an extra special thank you to everyone over on Patreon. The past few months I have been, like in my head I've been all over the place, but the reality is I've been so busy. My Patreon in particular have been so supportive. And like I say this every single vlog, I cannot do this without you all, and I'm just very, very appreciative of you all. And I just want to say a huge thank you again and again and again and again, because you guys mean the world and I love you all. So thank you. But yes, let's wrap up the vlog there. It's been a good time. I've had fun. I hope you've had fun. If you've enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Otherwise, I don't know. I actually don't have, there shouldn't be an otherwise. Thanks for watching. I've been Crochetmezaddy, and I am done. Bye. Here is a dance that I do to fill up the last bit of time. Just so you can see little things float up on my screen of other videos that I suggest to you to watch. Everyone should go watch Kelsey's Vlogmas, actually. I mean, you could watch my videos, or you could go watch Kelsey's Vlogmas. Or, hey, it's Mel B, great YouTuber. This is Moon Heaven, The Girl Who Knots, Blondie Knots, Crochet by Jenna. There's plenty of us out there. Go support us all. And I'll see you next time. Bye!